Hello, this is a presentation about innovation and success for the course Recent Advances in Technology prepared by Lola Ibrahimova. In his movie Tactics of Innovation, Joel Barker says that innovation is the introduction of a new idea to its users. The introduction can have two outcomes, failure or success. Today I would like to discuss two innovations that were introduced to users. The first one is invention of a satellite mobile phone communication system that failed, and another one is drip irrigation that was successfully implemented and still in use. The Iridium satellite mobile phone system was launched by an international consortium in May 1998. The idea to create this kind of system arose before cellular telecommunication system had been globally developed, and it was therefore anticipated that the satellite system with global coverage would be successful. The system consists of a constellation of 66 satellites around the Earth. The phone systems communicate directly with the satellite, which then routes the data accordingly. The initial purpose of this was to provide voice and data coverage to satellite phones, pages, and other equipments with full global coverage, including the poles. Despite the successful technical launch of the system, the implementation of Iridium satellite phones failed. Large and bulky satellite phones with sizable antennas were quite expensive, with a talk time of $5 a minute. Also, some technological difficulties prevented successful implementation. For example, subscribers were unable to use the phones inside moving cars, indoors, and in many urban areas. It took many years to gain approval from international governments to launch satellites in space, and by the time the satellites were ready, terrestrial cell phone systems were developed and offered less expensive services. Also, the cellular phones were much slimmer and looked nicer, and not many consumers knew about Iridium. As a result, it only had 10,000 subscribers instead of forecasted 500,000. The Iridium Corporation stopped providing services and filed for bankruptcy on March 18, 2000. Drip irrigation was invented by an Israeli water engineer, Simcha Blas, and his son in 1959. This method is based on a slow and balanced drip effect, where the water is slowly released from a drip-based narrow tube. The water is applied directly to the roots, which helps water penetrate into the soil before it can evaporate or run off. Another advantage is that this helps control disease problems associated with high levels of moisture on plants. The drip irrigation was successfully implemented since 1965 by the company called Netafim, which still is a global leader in drip irrigation solutions. The use of this method helps control water usage because it is delivered only to the plants that requires it. Also, plant health is controlled by delivering fertilizer and other chemicals precisely where they are needed. The upside of this innovation was that it was 100% efficient with low installation and maintenance costs, and the most important, it was an efficient method to preserve water, which is very important in parts of the world where the water supplies are limited. And here is the list of reference for your interest. Thank you for your attention.